Here's the ball joint and the way this works, and we're going to learn a new mate. It's called ball mate, and what this does is it creates a movement around a ball joint. So we're going to make this today. One of the things that are posted is a drawing file which looks like this of each piece. And here is the other sheet. This is in a PDF document that shows these dimensions, but basically all you have to remember is 3, 3 for the rectangle for the base, the cube for the base, and then 2-inch for the ball. And then if we go back to this here, the stick is 4 inches long, and the sphere at the bottom is 2 inches in diameter, and the stick is 1 inch in diameter. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. That's the only thing you have to remember. All right, let's go and look at the parts so you can see the parts. Here is the stick. Here is the cup or the base for the ball joint. Now this doesn't look like it, but this is actually a spherical cut, okay? And this fits with this sphere right here. And it is very important when you're creating this to know that this is a sphere and not a cylinder, okay? So this isn't a cylinder cut out of here, it is a sphere. So let's go ahead and get started. This is gonna be easy and quick. Let's go and start a new, I'm going to call this ball joint 2 because this is going to be my practice for our video. So I'm going to create a document. I'm going to say ball. I like all caps, even though I don't always do it. So here we have, I'm going to start in my top view. So I'm going to sketch on the top view, and then I'm going to turn off all these planes just like I always do. And so I'll scoot this out of the way so I can see. I'll click on my top view, so I'm looking at my top view. Now I'm going to make a cube. So I like I've told you before, I like to start in the center and using a center square. So this is going to be 3 by 3. And I'm going to extrude it 3. All right. Now, this is going to be our base piece, and I need a spherical cut in the center here. So I'm going to create a sketch right here on the top. I'm going to look at the top so I can see everything, and I'm good to go. If you didn't do a center rectangle, you can always pull down off of this extension and off of this extension to find the middle. But so I've got a circle here. I'm going to make this 2. So in order to create this a sphere, I need to use the revolve function. But in order to revolve it, I need to give it a half circle. So I'm going to start up here, and I'm going to draw a line down to here, and I'm going to use my trim tool to trim off this over here. Now I've got a half circle that I'm going to revolve. So I hit finish sketch so you can see it, okay? And I'm going to go to revolve. I'm going to choose this, and I'm going to choose for my revolve axis. I think yours is always over here, but whatever. Revolve axis, and I'm going to choose this, and I'm going to choose remove. And there, it doesn't seem like it and doesn't look like it, but that is a spherical cut out of this. So a spherical hole. So when I hit check, there it is, okay? So the last thing I'm going to do now is I'm going to give this a color because I like having different colors for things. I'll do a light purple, okay? Now, here is my part. I'm going to name it over here. Rename ball. Actually, I'll say base ball joint. That way I don't have ball joint, I have base, ball joint. And then I'm going to do the same thing down here. I'm going to go to rename. I don't know why it doesn't do this, but base dash ball joint. Okay. Now I'm going to create a new part. And this time I'm going to now make my cup. And so I'm going to start with a sketch, top view, right click, hide all planes, go to my top view. This time I'm going to start with the cylinder, and I'll tell you why I'm starting with the cylinder instead of the sphere part of my stick. So I'm going to make this one, and I'm going to extrude it 4. So the reason I do this is now I've got a flat face to create my sketch from. So you could, if you wanted to, you could create your sketch on this top view again, but I just want you to understand that now in order to create the piece, and I want you to think about it like the process. So the process is creating a cylinder and then creating a sphere here. And I'm going to click on the bottom this time because I'm looking at the bottom. I'm going to do the exact same thing I did before. I'm going to create a circle that is 2 inches. And then I'm going to create a line from the top to the bottom, and I'm going to trim it just like that, and I'm going to go to revolve. Now there's other ways you can do this as well, and I just want you to know that. I'm showing you this way, and you can choose whatever works for you. We're going to go to revolve, faces. We want to choose this and this, and then we're going to go to revolve axis, and we're going to choose this. And when you do it right, it will create a perfect sphere. If it's not a perfect sphere, it won't fit into the cup. So this time I'm going to add it, and I'm going to hit check. Now here is my stick with my little sphere or ball at the bottom. I'm going to make another color. I'm going to use a different, let's see. I'm going to use a different color. Let's go with green. And sometimes I do gradients. Now I'm going to just do different colors. So when I'm done, I'm going to come over here, rename, and I'm going to make this stick ball joint. Okay, and I'm going to do the same thing down here. Rename, stick, ball joint. Okay. Alrighty, so now I'm ready to do my assembly. So I'm going to go over to assembly. I'm going to say insert. I'm going to bring in my base. I'm going to plop that in place. I'm going to bring in my stick, and I'm going to plop this in place. Okay? So step 1, insert. Step 2, my base. I'm going to fix my base so this doesn't move, and this does. And then the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come up here to ball mate. Okay, I'm going to say that again. Ball mate. And you choose this face and this face. And if you did it right, it should pop together and rotate just like this. Okay? That is the entire video from start to finish on creating the ball joint.